It's important for us to see in our minds how the ignorance sneaks in our thinking and then consequently in our feelings. Does this thought, does this feeling represent my understanding of being universal consciousness? Does this thought, does this feeling come on behalf of one universal being? Or does possibly sometimes still the thought process circle around this imaginary personal self? Referring every experience, analyzing every experience, trying to make sense and meaning, concluding everything that is happening in reference to this apparent personal self. Does my mind think in reference to this imaginary center, or is it a universal global feeling, universal global thinking? These are just all little pointers to see, because as we've seen, hopefully as we've seen last time, it is not ignorance when we see it. As we started, the ego has this idea that everything should be in a certain way, including myself, my apparent self. So it's constantly in resistance with the world and with myself, in resistance with my feeling, with my thinking. I should know better. I should be more spiritual. I should be more peaceful. I should be more compassionate. I should be this. I should be that. This is ignorance. Seeing that, being aware of that, is not ignorance. It's intelligence seeing the old patterns of ignorance playing out in me, and in that moment there is intelligence because I'm seeing it. And that's in a way the path to embody these teachings, to bring them into our lives. To see it play out from the perspective of the global view, from that intelligence, and from there being in this welcoming, loving attitude with myself and the world. Bring it all home, so to speak. And then possibly observing how the ignorance tries to sneak back in. No, no, this I cannot accept. It's true that there is a difference to which degree the old patterns have hold on me, how much binding power is in them, how much attachment is to certain thinking, feeling, perceiving patterns in me. In that sense, there is like a shades of gray in the how much they kind of take hold of me as a personal me. But if ignorance or intelligence is running, it's actually black and white. It's a switch on off. There's no shades of gray in that. Either I'm seeing, I'm aware of what is happening, and it doesn't matter what is happening. Maybe something I don't like myself about myself, or maybe something that clearly belongs to the old idea of being a separate self in me. But the moment I'm seeing it, intelligence is here. No matter what I'm seeing. And that's the difficulty somehow for this apparent ego. It has such a difficulty to accept the apparent unacceptable in us and in the world. Still having its kind of distorted perception of thinking, feeling, perceiving of myself and the world. And then resisting and fighting with myself and with the world. While we have learned and understood and experienced, all of us hopefully, that this welcoming, loving nature of our being is doing the job if we let it do it. And that this transparent being, this transparent seeing of what is happening is the intelligence. Even it may be not shows in that moment as a beautiful thought, as a peaceful thought, as a wonderful experience, but if we're here knowingly and we're aware of what is happening, the transmutation, the dissolving of the old ignorance pattern is already in full progress, so to speak. We can trust the intelligence of consciousness. Our job, so to speak, and that's all we can do, because we have to see clearly over and over again. When ignorance is running the show, we don't know that ignorance is running the show. It's masking as intelligence. But there is always this moment, like, whoa, and suddenly we don't even know how it happened, and we're like, oh, I got convinced again to be a personal self. I've been resisting again the world and myself, and there I see it, and then maybe the guilt programs and whatever come up, and we see that and say, oh, okay. So we cannot do anything against ignorance in that sense, but what we can do is to use our freedom to return to intelligence. It's our own game, as I always say. We move away from it, we lose ourselves in the fascination of the world, of the objects of the world, including the objects in our own minds and bodies. And we can apply, and as more this understanding lands, so to speak, as more freedom is there to apply to, and that's the classic self-inquiry. To inquire back into the living understanding, knowingly being ourselves. For some time, it might be still with words. Who or what is aware of this thought? What is aware of this feeling? Am I in resistance? What is in resistance? Who is scared?